דאגלס מורי, עיתונאי סופר בריטי מפורסם ותומך נלהב של ישראל, הגיע לביקור בארץ ויצא אתמול לסיור ביישובי העוטף. כתבתנו ליבי אלון פגשה אותו היום ושמע ממנו על התחושות הקשות וההלם מהזוועות שנחשף אליהן. הנה הכתבה.
דאגלס מורי, עיתונאי, פרשן פוליטי, סופר בריטי ותומך ישראל נלהב, הגיע עצמאית לביקור תמיכה בארץ. את הרעיון איתו קיימנו לאחר שראה מקרוב את הזוועות בקיבוץ ניר עוז.
Douglas Murray, thank you so much for being here in this difficult time. Much appreciated.
Well, it's a great pleasure to be here.
First of all, you're not Jewish, and yet, why was it so important for you to come here and to see everything in person?
I believe that it's very important to try to see with your own eyes what's actually going on, what the situation is in the country, and not just look at it through the news. I care deeply about this country and its people. I have a strange but deep urge always to be here, not just in good times, but in challenging times.
I admire what you said about staying here and the kibbutz will come back. But how can you stay living so close to Gaza after what's happened, what you've seen?
Yesterday you went to Nir Oz. Can you explain a little bit how was your visit in the south? How did you felt? What did you saw?
I thought it was important. I think it's still important that people don't lose sight of what happened on that day. Need to remember and keep in mind what happened that day, and that includes, to my mind, seeing the remnants of what happened. Might have a special feeling of horror about, because that perhaps in particular is something that the people attending would have least expected in all the world. Nir Oz was a very, very troubling, sad thing to see.
In the videos I saw that you got inside one of the houses and you look on a sticker that is written "Live and Let Live."
Yeah, well, I mean, that's of course another of the, I wouldn't say ironies, but some layers of that day is the number of people in these communities want to live in peace someday with their Palestinian neighbors in the Gaza. It's a lovely sentiment until you come across people who are the armies of death.
What did you felt when you got inside and you smelled the smell of death and the burned houses?
That's what true evil looks like, is it visits upon people when they're going about their everyday business of living and being sons and daughters and husbands and wives and fathers and mothers. And 11 people were murdered in this room. You can see the blood all over the walls, the ceiling, floor, everywhere. I'm careful about using words like evil, but there's not really any other you can use about that.
Can you imagine a 12 and 16-year-old boy stuck in here?
Do you think the world understand right now what we've been through after this awful massacre?
I don't think so. As I say, I think the world moves on very fast, too fast these days.
Is there a moment that you will never forget from the visit over there?
Which is, I met somebody from the kibbutz and I said to him, you know, what are you going to do?
That's the Gaza Strip there.
Yeah, 1.6 kilometers.
How long have you lived here?
I born here and most of my life I live here.
And he said, you know, we'll grow it back. And he said, this is our home.
And I think this is the time for Israel, for once, to win.
I agree. Israel must be allowed to win, and it must be and the definition of winning is that it should be allowed to live in peace afterwards. And that's That's what I fervently wish to see, and I believe that all decent people should fervently wish to see as well.
Thank you so much.